Welcome to MacroCode. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So as you can see, this is our help desk management system. We are going to proceed today with our help desk series. So as you can see here, we have the dashboard, tickets, recent tickets, assigned tickets, resolves, ticket, closed tickets, audit trails, system code details. So we have all these navigations that you can actually do. So on our previous video, we are actually doing something on PDF generation. So we had created an export service. So we have our interface. So if you come here, you'll notice that these are some of the methods. So we have all this. Then we had our service that we had already created. So then we actually generated all these, implemented these methods. So we are going to now work on this. Then we added this code here. Then we were to actually add another service for generation of the PDF. So this is where we left. So what I want us to do now, I want us to create another service. So let's just go to our interfaces. I want us to create another interface called iPDF service, iPDF. So this will be iPDF service. So then we just create an interface. Then I'll just add that. Then on this service, I want us to only have one method. So we are going to have that. Then you say convert PDF. So we're going to call it that way. Then you say here we need a string. Then you can say we need HTML. So we need HTML content. So this is actually what we are doing. We want to convert HTML to PDF. So HTML content. Then the next thing is we need orientation. So we just do orientation, and the orientation is for the link to PDF. Then we just say if this is null, we have so we say orientation equals to orientation. Then we say dot landscape. Then we can actually have the paper kind. Then we say this is paper kind equals to paper kind. Then we have the option, so you can say A3. So that is it. Then here we now close it. Then we can now create our implementation service. So just go to services. Then you are going to add a service here. Then you are going to call this PDF service. Then you can inherit from our iPDF. So you can actually copy it here. So if you come back here, so let me zoom it, then we have it there. So then you can actually implement our interface. So you're going to implement the interface. So you'll have our method there. Then inside here, this is where now we are going to have our implementation. So on this implementation, I want us to have here our constructor. So we can do CTO. Then we can say that is our constructor. Then here I want us to do public read only. Then you can say iConverter. So you can say iConverter. So this is the one. Then you are going to use, so you can say a converter. So you can do that, converter. Then here we can actually now inject this here. So you say converter. Then you are going to assign it here. So you say underscore converter equals to converter. So since we have that, then you are now going to implement our convert to PDF. So I want us to do now here. So you'll just do variable, say doc, will be equals to new HTML to PDF. So we are doing HTML to PDF document. Then we open this. Then here we can say global settings equals to. So you open that. Then you are going to say color mode. So then we say here equals to color. So that will be color mode. Then we say dot color. So you do here comma orientation. equals to orientation. So we'll actually use the orientation that we had assigned. If that is null, we can just do orientation, then dot landscape. Then you can also say page offset equals to 0. You can also do here, you can say your paper size equals to, so we have a paper size. If it's null, you can say here paper kind, then you can do A3. So A3. Then comma, then you can now set the margins. So you can say margins equals to new margins. So you can say here margins. So this is margin settings. Then you can open it. Then you can actually have the settings. So you can say top. You can assign it to 1.0. Then you can have bottom. You can assign it to equals to 1.0. Then you can also say left. You can assign it to 0.7. You can do 8.5. Then you can also say here right. You can say equals to 0.85. Then you can say unit equals to unit. Then you can say centimeters. So that is the centimeters. Then after doing that, so what I want us to do is I want us also to add the objects. So you say here objects, then equals to, you can open it as well. So then here we can actually say new. So you can say new object settings. Then you can open it. Then here you can say HTML content equals to. So we need now to assign our HTML content. Then you can say page count. You can say it can actually count. Then we say web settings equals to. You can open that. We say default encoding. Then we can actually use UTF-8. So once we do that, then here we can do comma. Then you can say footer settings. You can actually assign it and you can open it. Then here we can do font size. You can do 7. You can even do right. You can say here equals to. We can actually assign the page numbering. So you can say page. Then you can do here. You can say here page. Then off. Then you can say here. You can assign it here to page. Then you can do here line equals to true. Then you can say spacing equals to 0.3. So, and we've actually closed it that way. So the next thing is after now this, we can now say byte array. We want the PDF now will be equals to at convert. Then you can say convert. Then you can pass our doc. So if we do that, then we can now return our PDF. So we now have our service, and this PDF service now, we can always inject it on our program.cs. So if we go back here to program.cs, we actually need it here. So what we need to do is, if you see some of the services that we have here, we actually need to have it on our program.cs. So what I want us to do is, I want us to go to builder. So here, I want us to do builder. Then you can say, so this is builder dot services dot add. So transient. Then this one you can actually do here, IPDF. So you can actually say here, you can do IPDF service. and then I can also have that. So this one we can do this, then we can close it. So this one we need to import our interface, and there we go. Remember also the other one is for, we need so I'll paste this here. We need our I export to PDFs export service, and we also have our service here. So we need both of them. So since we have this now, remember so we have our PDF service, and this is the implementation. So if you go back to our export service, there's something we now need to inject our PDF service. And that is now what we had left on our previous video. We are going to actually now add that to our PDF service. But before doing that, we need to inject it to our constructor. So if you come here, we need to have these as a, can say a private. Then you can do read only. So here you say read only. Then IPDF service. So then I'll just do here PDF service. So then I'll insert this here. Then I can actually assign it to, so I'll say PDF service. So this will be PDF service. So I like having this as underscore. Then we can do here PDF service equals to PDF service. So after that, now we need now to have our PDF export. So what we are going to do now is for our, you remember this export to PDF, we need to alter it. And how are we going to do that? So remember when you are doing that, we actually left something here. We added this as null. So this is now where we are going to assign our PDF. So we are going to do underscore PDF service. Then you can say now convert to PDF, and you can now pass our HTML content. So our HTML content that we actually received from our application, and you're going to save it there. So here I just do HTML content. So you remember the HTML content, where is it? So here I'll just do HTML content. Then I'll actually have my HTML. So here should be HTML input. Then what I need to do now is I need to supply the orientation. So we need the orientation. So the orientation is you're going to do our orientation, which is or. So you can actually say orientation. Then here we can actually supply it here. Then we need also the paper kind. So I'll do PK. Then I can actually assign it to PK. So if we do that, then you close that. Then you can now return the PDF, and that is that should be addressed. So that is one of the methods that we were dealing with. So the next item that we can actually do is actually export to Excel. So I want us to export to Excel. So this is the export to Excel that, so where is it? So let's just do that. So we have it here. So here, I want us now to do something. So there's one NuGet that I want us to use. So I want us to install a NuGet here. So if I just stop my application, we are going to install the manage NuGet. We are going to use closed XML. So if you search that, then you're going to use closed XML. So install closed XML in your application, and you're going to actually use this to export data to Excel. So let's just install. So if you're new to this channel and you're watching this video until this particular point, consider subscribing, like the video, comment down below, and let's proceed. So I have my closed XML already installed. So if you go now to our export service, I want us now to do something here. So for the generation of Excel, so I want us to do, so I'll say variable WB, then I'll say new. So that is our, then I can actually use Excel workbook. So I'm using now a closed XML. So if I do that, so that's fine. Then now I want to use, so I'll do here variable work stream. So I'll just do work stream equals to the file name. So we already have the file name as the parameter. Then since I have that as the parameter, the next thing that I want to do is now check if our work stream dot length you can say is greater than 23, and if that is the case, I can now do, so if that is the case, I can now do work stream. So this should be actually work, so this should be worksheet name. So if that is the case, so you do your worksheet name. Then here we can actually do, so you can do worksheet name. So it has actually suggested. So you can see this is the code. So you can do worksheet name is equals to worksheet name dot substring. Then you can actually have here, let's just do 25. Then we can add a string. So you can do, you can add some dots there. Then here we can now do variable worksheet is equals to the workbook, then worksheet dot add sheet name. So since you have that, then you can now do file name equals to file name, and then you say plus. So we need now to add the extension. So I'll just do here dot XLSX. So if we do that, that is our file name. Then we can now do worksheet dot cell. So you do insert list data. Then you can also do here. Worksheet dot columns here. Then you can say dot adjust contents. You can adjust contents. Then you can also have variable. Then we say Excel table equals to, so worksheet dot table. So these will be tables. Then you say dot first or default. Then if we do that, then we can actually say if the table is not null. So what do we do? So if the table is not null, you can actually say show auto filter. So that's fine. So if this is not null, then we can now do here return. Then we say WB dot, then we actually deliver. So here we do deliver. Then you can actually say here file name. File name there. So here we need to say here file name, then we do that. So I want us to install something here. So if you just go to NuGet, let's install closed XML extensions. You see this? So let's just install that. So I'm going to install that. So if we have that, if you go back to our export service, we now need to export this. You see, we are now using XML extensions. So since you have that, then we have our application ready. So we have those services. So you have the export PDF, and you also have export to Excel. So I think we are going to leave it there for today. So in our next episode, we are actually completing these other pending methods. Then we start now doing exports to Excel and PDF. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, liking the video, and also share your comment down below the comment sections. See you in our next episode. Bye.